This is one of the few bars in Bhutan's capital, Thimphu. The young men who just graduated from university in India gather here every night to play billiards, drink beers and exchange information. For them, things in Bhutan are wonderful, but they are also eager to know more about the West.
Most of it because of globalization, the Western TV, and we have that. So we are much interested in the Western culture, and we adapt most of the Western culture very quickly and fastly. So we kind of infuse with our tradition.
Bhutan imported its first car in 1961, and only in 1999 that their people were given access to TV. The Himalaya country is half a century behind the rest of Asia in modernization. But the busiest street in Bhutan is now clustered with hotels, bars, and even internet cafes. People are enjoying a drama episode being played on the TV wall outside the store. Bhutan has a public television channel, but soap operas from India are the people's favorite.
Because they're giving some news for us, for world also, and Bhutanese also, and I like to watch.
India has been providing Bhutan with literacy since many Bhutanese study in the southern neighbor. India's culture naturally seeps into the country through programs.
I speak Hindi, that's why I love to watch Hindi movie.
Video games at home, cell phones are also popular. Even lamas have cell phones. The Bhutanese government has set policy to preserve traditions, but it has no way to prevent modernization from entering the society. Interestingly, the government is not worried.
Now, I think Bhutanese are fairly educated, and they know their responsibilities, and then they understand, and they've gone themselves and exposed themselves outside the world.
This is Bhutan's oldest movie theater. It has 20 years of history. In the past, it was the main source of outside information for the local people. The theater used to show mostly Bollywood films. But now the Bhutanese have their own film industry, so they show movies made by themselves. Movies, a modern culture, were introduced to Bhutan only 20 years ago.
Before there was an Indian movie here in cinema, but now due to more movies coming in Bhutan, the Indian movies were stopped.
Bhutan's film industry started late. The most famous person in Bhutan is film director Dongser Jamsen Khyentse Rinpoche, who directed Prabha. As known as The Cop 9 years ago, the movie inspired many young people to pursue their filmmaking dreams by producing independent movies. Although characters in such films are dressed in traditional Bhutan attire, the techniques used to shoot and present the story are still heavily influenced by Bollywood. The foreign civilization has made a huge impact into the Bhutanese society.
There's both sides. It's a positive or negative only. The positive side is that we are more imposed, we are very much exposed to every world and what's happening out there, and we have much information, communications and knowledge, educations, everything in there. On the other side, there is a negative impact, we guys forget our culture.
How to strike a balance between modernization and tradition remains a challenge to Bhutan people and also their 5-month-old democratic government. TITV Weekly.